team.
Like J-Lo here on Nothing But Love.
Mainovent.
Check my check 1 2 1 2. Reporting live from Money Earned in Mount Vernon. We bring to you the Nothing But Love podcast. I go by the name of Money Mike.
I go by Mainovent.
And today we got a new co-host in the building. She goes by A-Lo with the J-Lo. All right, so we gonna dive into a little bit about yourself, Jay.
Yeah, so
A-Lo.
I am a couple of things. During the day, I am a corporate baddie. I work a 9 to 5
Okay.
in pharmaceuticals. And, sorry, I'm nervous.
It's all right.
No, that's all right.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Signaling something to me.
Gotcha.
Am I doing
Yeah,
something wrong?
I just got to talk a little louder.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all.
Okay.
yeah. Just talking to the
All
mic.
right.
That's all.
All right, I'm a
All
corporate
right.
baddie during
France,
the day.
don't throw it off. Don't do that again.
Yeah, you know, like some people can.
Yeah.
Signals.
That's
I
what's
see
up.
you.
Yeah.
And I also have my own business where I do like project management and events for different types of companies, particularly entertainment and
Okay.
lifestyle. And, you know, we put a little spicy and luxury on top of it.
That's
Okay, it's a
what's up.
lifestyle.
So it's a brand, yeah.
Okay.
So
That's what's
yeah,
up.
I bring that to the table.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I see you got that hat on. Tell us a little bit about that hat.
Yeah, so I'm representing for someone near and dear to my heart who happens to be my best friend. She
Okay.
opened 2 locations in the Bronx for a place where young entrepreneurs can go and have their own studio.
Okay.
And these studios are made with love, they're decorated, they're artsy, they're vibes. And it's basically an opportunity for these young women and whoever, it doesn't just have to be women, but mostly young women to go and have, you know, nails, have their clients come to get their lashes done. And the
Okay.
difference is during COVID, there was a big, you know, push to do that in your homes. Now you have an opportunity to do it
Right.
in an environment with other women who are doing the same thing. So she provides mentorship, she provides coaching because she has built up a successful business in the waxing
That's dope.
industry,
Okay.
the beauty industry. So she has brought this vision that she has, you know, talked about for a long time to life, and I'm so proud of her.
And what's the name of the studio?
It's called Self-Care Collective. Again,
Okay.
2 locations in the Bronx, Pelham Bay, and the Castle Hill area. So
Okay, that's
please
dope.
check
Do they have a
her out.
website?
Yes, selfcarecollectivestudios.com.
That's what's up.
And also on Instagram. So Self-Care Via V is her name. And yeah, shout out to her.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to your bestie. So right now we're gonna dive into some hot topics that's happening in the world today. So one of our topics which we're gonna be talking about Puff Daddy, aka Sean Combs, and we're just gonna get into, like, you know, how everybody feels about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this show is based out of Nothing But Love is based out of Mount Vernon. Sean Puffy Combs, even though he was born in Harlem, but he spent quite a half of his early life in Mount Vernon, actually on Dell, right around the corner from me on Sydney. So, you know, some of my thoughts on it is, you know, he's going through a lot right now. We all seen what happened with him and Cassie. But now they trying to take him down criminally. And I want to talk about this bail thing with him. He wanted to put up his house and his mother's house, which comes out to like $50 million.
Oh, wow.
And he wanted to wear an ankle bracelet. And he got denied 2 times on a $50 million bail. And what's shocking for me, just as a viewer watching this, you know, people who you hear get denied bails, like people who commit murder, terrorists, like Rico, you know,
Right.
those type of people get denied bail.
Right.
So I'm a little, it seems like, you know, he's getting a little raw deal on this bail situation. How y'all feel about that?
Well, as far as the bail, I mean, it's a lot of intricate pieces that are involved with bail. You know, it's all how the prosecutor presents the case to try to say, you know, this is the reason why, you know, he should be held in. And then once again, we don't know actually what the evidence is. You know what I'm saying? So we got to remember that we don't know what the U.S. attorney actually has against him and what he's showing to the judge. Because when they're in them chambers, they be like, listen, you know, first of all, they present it in court. They say, listen, you know, these are the reasons why he can't come out, this and this and that. But at the same time, in the chambers, they let them know, listen, this is what's on the video. these are the real reasons why. So they let them know. So the judge gets an opportunity to see all of the things that we can't see yet that has to come out in trial. So that plays into the position. Now, I'm not saying that there is more or something that could advance it. I'm just saying that could be a possibility as to why, the judge, chose on top of that to say, listen, we're not gonna do it. So, but to your point, bails are usually set for like people that like do crazy things, like get in trouble, like shoot people up, mafia and all that stuff like that. So, again, I do think it's a little bit excessive. They could have let him out. I mean, that's a lot of money, $50 million. I honestly don't even know of anyone that I could think of whoever said that they would even put up $50 million when they get arrested. Even Jeffrey Epstein, I don't remember him saying that. I don't remember nobody saying that. So for him to even come out and be like, yo, I'm going to do it, I mean, that's like unprecedented.
Right.
How you feel about it?
I mean, those are some very serious charges. And like you said, it seems like there's a lot that we don't know. It's just heartbreaking to see like another person from our childhood literally be like destroyed in every way in their character in front of our eyes. It is a bit it is a bit like of a traumatizing thing
and
to witness.
I'm glad she brought that up. So it just seems like I don't want to turn this into a race thing, but I mean, come on. It seems like every time a black person gets to $1 billion status, like they just go super hard with whatever issue they got. I mean, look at Kanye. They just went super hard on him with the whole Yeezy thing and trying to take the money out the bank and all that crazy stuff, which he did get the money back, some of the money from the bank.
Yeah, some of the
but
back,
it's the fact that they took it, they tried to take it, and they tried to jam you up. So it's a little disturbing. How do you feel, man?
I mean, with that, I look at it a little bit deeper because, just because you got money, that doesn't mean anything. You have to have enterprise. You have to belong to something. You have to have a group or entity that's moving the masses. Okay, prime example, like, other nationalities, they have, corporate entities where they're under certain umbrellas, whereas like if you mess with one, you mess with them all. Whereas we got Kanye, for example, one billionaire. He's by himself with maybe a sprinkle, a little bit of his family members that he got with him, but he's not a conglomerate. He's a self-made conglomerate. He's not a entity. You know, understand what I'm saying? Right. Whereas like if you mess with this entity, it's like, boom, like you're gonna have backlash. Right. So until we learn how to organize as far as like getting a group of us together, like in the masses, like, people are going to be picked off one by one. Each millionaire going to be picked off, a billionaire going to be picked off. It's like if you don't have that backing, it's like you're just walking out here like waiting to get plucked off. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad, Maino, you brought that up. So let's get into friends, day ones, right? Mm-hmm. Another thing that's a little puzzling is with Puff. Puff had like a lot of these like millionaire friends and all that. Me and you know some of his original friends and stuff like that. And he's partly to blame for that, not keeping some of them around, the day ones and stuff like that. Right. So now you got these millionaire friends, but now you get in trouble where they at.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, what I do notice, who's around, which they say, your moms and your kids.
Yeah.
Close, intimate, immediate family at the end.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But they don't do anything to those big conglomerates that are against you. You need corporate entities, enterprises. You need backing some kind of way. Your family ain't gonna do nothing. You need somebody who's gonna be like, yo.
No, I understand that. Yeah. But what I'm saying, Mano, was talking about, like, sometimes I think we need, like, when we get to a certain status, like, we need to reevaluate, like, who's in our circle.
Oh, absolutely.
Support is everything.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to give you the props on the conglomerate, but I'm just talking about, like, your man. Mm-hmm. Your man's coming through hard, coming to court, all that. Sometimes you need to see that face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm talking about in that, regards with that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, John?
I mean, you brought up a good a good thing that support
Yes.
is so important, and it doesn't necessarily mean like financial.
Exactly.
Sometimes people confuse that, but sometimes the support that people need is for it to be genuine.
Yes.
And I mean that, like, yeah, I said it. There are some people who act like they support you and they do not. You know what I mean?
That's a whole fact.
And everyone grows and people change, but I think there's something to be said about, growing with people,
Right.
and you see that. You see when someone genuinely, has love for you, when they can grow with you. So
Right.
when they want you to be better, and it's not like, oh, it has to be, in me first.
Yeah.
It's like I genuinely want for you what you want for yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's how you grow.
And another thing that's just messed up about it is just, the way the public is just jumping in like on a bandwagon. It's this public lynching that they're doing. Like, I don't support that. I even said on my Instagram that I'm not going to jump into this public lynching of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his family, you got to respect his family. You got to respect the victims. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he did, whatever he did do or didn't do, and he's going to have his day in court. Give that man his day in court. That's what I've always said. I'm not going to sit there and bash him and come up with all of the, the memes and the jokes and the stabbing him and turning a knife. I mean, what's the point? At the end of the day, that's not my business, and it's not your business. So mind your business. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let that man have his day. He has a considerable amount of money to fight this case. You know what I'm saying? He has all his T's crossed, all his I's dotted. He knows what he's doing. He has some of the best legal team that money can buy. Let's just see how it plays out. That's just my feeling. How you feel about that?
I agree. Like I said, it's already traumatizing enough.
Yeah.
And I feel like we make it worse, like when we publicly, drag out something so horrible.
Yeah. And it's crazy because the people that's doing it, I want to see what their house look like. How, not their house, actual house, but let's see how their inner life looks like. Let's see what they look like. What do they represent? Do you even have a job? Do you even have anything going for yourself? You just on the internet, on Instagram, just trolling for like no reason, like, you know what I mean? And it's just real whack. How you feel about it?
So, just he just getting a raw deal right now. He just got to weather the storm. Shout out to Puff Daddy, his whole family, the kids,
Absolutely.
being very
Shout
supportive. I seen his son Christian. We interviewed him last year. Shout out to Christian. Justin. What's the other son name? By Kim?
I forgot his name.
That's Albie Short.
Albie Short's son. I forgot his
I
name.
can't remember his name.
Right.
Quincy. Yes, Quincy. Shout out to Quincy. Shout out to the twins. The twins was at City Fest in Mount Vernon. We just hosted City Fest 2024 in Mount Vernon. The twins and Christian was there.
Christian came up, yep.
Yeah. So shout out to them. But, our prayers go out to the whole family and hope everything works out for Puff Daddy.
Okay. So let's move along. So, Alo, let the people know about the corporate side of you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
So I am in the pharmaceutical industry, and I've been in the industry for about 10 years, which is crazy because it kind of started as an accident. I was thinking I was waiting for like my dream job, which at the time I had just finished business school in marketing and accounting. So I thought, I'm going to go do accounting, but I'm going to go do accounting at, Mercedes-Benz. At the time, I lived in Atlanta.
Right.
So I was pursuing that opportunity. I was waiting, and I ended up, not hearing back quickly, right? So in the meantime, I said, I need to make some money, right? So I reached out to a temp agency, put me at an agency that an agency means they support pharmaceutical companies, so not exactly a pharmaceutical. So whatever it was, I think it was just seeing like these very successful Black women in this industry that I didn't even know existed before, this opportunity, that I was like, I'm really interested and I want to see where this can go. So I ended up getting the call to get the dream job that I thought at the time for accounting at Mercedes-Benz, but I turned it down. and
Wow.
I kind of stayed in this field,
Okay.
learned a lot along the way because I had to. You know what I mean? It was hard. It was tough. There were times where I was like, I don't know if this is worth it, because you work really, really hard when you have to like make a name for yourself. And that's the key with that industry. It's
Right.
a lot of networking. It's a lot of, never burning bridges. It's a lot of learning the language, which, like any different industry, they speak differently. And so it's been a fun journey, and it's taking me all over the world.
So,
There are definitely
Some of the places.
Yeah, I've been okay. So I've supported a lot of international for companies, if you will. So like Lisbon was one of my favorite places. I had a conference there, so I was able to go a couple days to Portugal ahead of time on my own time. But
You ever been to the
was
south
able
of France?
Explore. I have. I've been to Lyon. I
Hello.
I love it
Hello.
there. They did not love me at the time I was there doing the
It
time.
wasn't nice?
Yeah, no, they were just not nice to Americans
Okay.
because at the time, I don't know. I don't want to talk politics, but
A lot of stuff was going on.
it was
Okay.
just too much going on.
Okay.
So, and I respect it. They are very true to their culture, but they did not want to help me when I had like an emergency situation.
Wow.
So I had to be very resourceful, and
wow.
that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier when I said like I had to learn because I had no choice. Like I've been in situations where I had something printed that never made it across the Atlantic Ocean, so I had to, be resourceful, find a local printer in France who also did not want to speak English to me, but get something printed and, just be like very skillful
exactly.
and speak to the Uber driver and try to network in that way. Because I could have potentially lost my job,
Okay.
So,
So you be making things happen.
I
Bottom
be
line.
making things happen, and I figure it out.
You in with
and
that
I'm
$1 million
like,
smile, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't look like I'm smiling. Like am I
Maino,
smiling?
But for some reason, you look like you're
You-
smiling even when you're not smiling. You
Wait,
look like you're
honestly, though,
smiling.
No, am I smiling
You.
right now?
Halo.
Yes.
You.
Yes. Hello.
Is it too big? I'm like,
Right.
honestly though, like,
Okay, so let me ask you. So now, you've been traveling abroad. You're working for
Yeah.
the pharmaceutical company. What's the effect? Because outside of you being a woman, and you being a black woman, what's the effect when you go abroad and they see you and they like? What is the instant like? Boom. Like, Hey.
Yeah.
But then when they see you, but then they hear you speak.
right.
So give me that transfer.
Yeah,
of
it's
things.
always funny because I feel like people have worked with me, right? And maybe they just virtually, for example. And then when they meet me, they're like, oh my God, that's you. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, is there a problem? Like, were you expecting someone else? But it's funny because I don't know. I just love, being what they don't
Surprising,
expect.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I love it.
surprising.
That
Then just look at
fuels
them
me,
like, yeah, what?
Exactly.
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 Yes.
So I think the effect is it hasn't been easy, right? But if I could do it, anyone else could do it. So
Yes.
I remember being at this restaurant in Kansas City,
Okay.
and I had to learn the hard way that there is a difference between Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh yeah, hello.
So that was my assigned territory at the
Okay.
time for this job, right?
Sundown.
So I had landed. I was in the wrong city, thinking that I was good. Rented a car, all that. Got to my hotel and realized that. So then I had to like go back and like drive across state lines, right? It was worth it because when I got to the venue in this city where it was predominantly, no one looked like me. They were all looking at me at every step of my journey when I needed to stop and get gas, when I needed to check into the hotel, when I needed to get to my venue for the evening. And obviously everyone who was, serving and then the staff, they did look like me. And they were just
Ecstatic, right?
they made everything that happened to me, everything that went wrong on that day worth it because they were so like happy to see someone
Absolutely.
that was in charge.
That's dope.
You know?
And how did that make you feel?
It was very emotional. I feel like I'm getting emotional right now.
It's okay.
Yeah. It was very emotional.
How long was that drive?
It was 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Believe.
That's not bad.
But I thought I had time
Was it like,
to like
like
go
a
to
straight
my
a
hotel
straightaway,
room.
like a straight?
Yeah, it was
okay.
a straight tumbleweed everywhere.
Like, what's that road? Highway 66, right?
I
Isn't that thing that runs
don't
across
know.
America? Like,
I don't know, but all I know
Highway
is my
66.
phone would not connect to the Bluetooth.
Oh,
Really?
man.
So I had
And
no
you're by yourself
movement,
now, just
and
driving.
I'm by
Do-do-do-do-do.
myself, and I'm freaking out because, I thought
Was
I
the car
had time.
electric or gas?
It was gas.
Oh,
And,
okay,
and the
good.
gas
Thank God.
station's like
Shout out to
10
the gas
miles
car.
away.
Yeah.
Every gas station's 10 miles.
Exactly, and you don't want to stop.
Shout out to the gas cars, Carl.
Yeah.
Frost got that electric Tesla out there. What's going on, Frost?
Oh, you had a toy. Oh, sorry.
Okay, Alo, she's
Okay.
finding her way.
Alo.
She said you got a toy. Let's go.
No, but you see that you dropped on them? Like, I would be so disappointed
Right.
if
Right.
I invested all that money. I'm so sorry.
So hold on. So finish. So
Yeah.
you said the staff, they greeted you. They was
yes,
very happy
they
to
were
see
my
you.
heroes for the night. I work in a predominantly white industry where it's like bro code and farmer bro and all that. So
Right.
sometimes there have been times where I walked in rooms and everyone would look at me like I wasn't supposed to be there. But I honestly was a part of the reason and was the reason how they got there because I booked their flight. I'm in control and I planned what you're gonna eat for the evening. You got there by car, I arranged that for you.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're getting compensated. I'm also taking care of that for you.
Yes, I'm
So-
her, right? Exactly.
Yeah, but it's tough, and not everyone can be like strong enough sometimes because there were times where like I was drained from it because it's tough. Like sometimes you have to be like this one woman army.
So
brave.
outside of the money, because we know the money's good, yes.
It can be, yes.
Right, yes. So outside of that, what gave you the motivation to like just keep pushing forward? Like, yo, I gotta be the best I could be. I gotta do me. What gave you that motivation?
Honestly, it was seeing like how I mentioned earlier, the women that I met when I first started this journey in Atlanta, just seeing like there was, there's a path forward and seeing them be successful.
Right.
It inspired me to get to that level and then to keep going, you know. And then I am also very passionate about the work that I do because it does change people's lives. I am currently in a space called rare disease. So
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Rare disease.
Okay,
so
rare
it's
disease.
a therapeutic area.
Okay.
So in pharmaceuticals, as you know, there's so many different drugs.
Yes.
And
Too many.
every drug belongs or stems from a therapeutic area, which is a part of your body. So like immunology, it's like asthma, kidney disease is like a rare disease.
Okay.
So that's the space that I'm in now. And it is something I'm also like very passionate about because it does change people's lives and it affects people who are young and who are around my age. So it's just something that just fuels, my drive to be really like good at what I do because I feel like I have a purpose.
Right.
So
That's dope.
that's another thing. I've been able to find something I'm passionate about.
Yeah, there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
When you got that passion, it's not work anymore. It's what you love to do.
Right.
Right. That's good, man. So now, travel abroad, pharmaceutical industry. Give me something spicy, like when maybe like a boardroom meeting, one of the worst things you've seen. I don't want you to name the companies or none of. Just tell me one of the worst things you've seen, as far as like in a board meeting, like somebody did like up in, high in the scale, like something bad that they've done. You're just like, I can't believe you did that.
I mean, I don't know if I know anything like that stands out that would be surprising because this is such a different world that some of the conversations I've ever heard, I was like, okay, what are you talking about and how can I get in on this?
Okay.
And if it was something I didn't know, I would go and look it up. Anything that I don't understand, which is kind of what I was like mumble jumbling earlier about
Right.
learning the language.
Yeah, we
Right.
talked about that. Exactly.
Yeah, that whatever you don't know in the space that you want to be in, you honestly just have to dedicate some time to learning it.
Absolutely.
And for me, that's like going on YouTube, that's listening to, podcasts, that's Googling, that's immersing myself in it. And
Absolutely.
just being prepared that when
Right.
the next time I gotta have that, or I have the opportunity to talk about it, I want to join that conversation and like see if I actually know my shit,
Right. Okay.
So right now, Alo's gonna get into that topic that we talked about, that juicy topic. Yeah, set it off.
So, I mean, I feel like I speak for a lot of my ladies that dating is like 0 stars these days.
You said
Like,
zero
it's
stars?
Yeah, I said 0. Yeah.
Okay,
0.
dating. Okay.
And why is that?
Tough. I mean, as a New Yorker, I just feel like it's tough out here for us.
In what aspect? You got to break that down.
Yeah, you got to break it down because that's
you got to break it down.
That's like
you-
multifaceted.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. You're
And-
tippy toeing right
and
now.
it's
You're
that
doing a lot
word-
of tippy
It's
toeing.
subjective too. So we got to see which angle you come with.
What are some of the issues
And
here?
believe
Why
me,
is that a zero?
This is a free space. We ain't ganging up on you. We just want to
Okay.
just speak
We
on
want to
it.
know.
We want to know because
Why is that a zero?
We might be missing
What are
something.
some of the things?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just
Yeah, get your pad.
Oh, that's not what my list is about. Trust me.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like it's tough to like find like someone who wants the same things and can communicate in the same way. I feel like communication these days is a little different.
Give me an example.
These days,
Example.
Yeah.
Time out. Let's get to the bottom of this.
There's no communication
said-
actually.
No, hold on.
Like, what
She
do you mean
said,
there's no
I'm gonna tell you.
communication?
I'm gonna get to it again, Mike.
she said
Yeah.
these days. So, what era, what year was that? It was good for you.
I just feel like back in the day.
Like when?
there
Like
was
what year? I need to hear
love
years. I'm a
songs.
man with years.
I mean, when like Motown was around, they were loving each other, like in
Oh,
better
so
ways.
you're saying what you seen as when you grew up, like that type of
Yes.
thing. Okay, and you want to kind of you wish you can have that in this era, like that strong man who was faithful,
Right.
who wanted to be a provider, who wanted to take care of the family,
Man,
who wasn't out in the
I'm
club.
gonna need you to stop helping her.
All right, I'm gonna stop.
Alo,
helping. You're right.
Alo.
Now, I like Alo, man. I gotta help
I
Alo,
wanna
man.
hear
All right, go ahead, Alo.
Alo's perspective.
Yeah,
Not
Alo.
Alo's perspective.
My bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right.
I'm
No,
sorry,
that is
Alo.
that is my perspective.
Okay.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people these days don't know what they want either, and they misrepresent themselves as well. Like, I just feel like I've dealt with a lot of catfishes, in a way.
Okay.
Because I am I am who I am person,
Okay.
and like when you get to that point as a woman, when you know yourself and you come to me crazy,
She said catfish. I'm laughing because she said catfish. I like that.
Catfish.
But usually
it's a lot of
guys be saying catfish.
It's a lot of catfish
Nah,
dudes
But,
out here
but
too.
the men are catfish.
No, but I'm gonna tell you why she
Don't
said
say
that.
the
Because
men.
listen, when you come from her educational background,
Right,
you
absolutely.
speak as well as she does.
Yes.
Been in the rooms that she's been in.
Yes.
A 5-minute conversation, she can
She
feel
can
a
spot it
catfish.
quick.
She know
Yeah,
you're
quick.
not really about nothing because she
Quick.
done been around real things. Right? Am I right?
yes. And I'm not saying that I'm not open, to
To helping you.
to helping you.
But let me know you need help. Don't try to act like
Yeah.
you got it going on and you really don't.
Yeah. And
Right.
I also think a big thing is you as a man these days, I know women, we are very independent. We do not always, present it like we need you, but like it's like we want you. We still want you to do those manly things, like
Give me an example.
don't act, just do, baby. Like do that sexy shit. Send me $100. Yes, do that. Send me $50. Just do it.
Send the
I'm
money?
not saying.
Oh, you just use that as an
I'm
example.
using that as an example.
Okay. Okay.
Or you want to support me, just do it. So I think support.
Okay. What about mental support?
Yeah, mental support as well.
What about massaging your feet? Yes.
Yeah.
What about being nice to you?
I'm a hopeless romantic, so I like romance. I
Okay.
like all that. I know not everyone's like that.
Okay.
Yes.
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 Okay.
So right now we're gonna take a break. We're gonna pay some bills. But when we come back, I definitely want to dive into a little bit more about the men catfishing.
Absolutely.
And then
we're
we're
gonna get on
gonna
the man side.
no, we're gonna get into that, and then we're gonna go into your music eye hair you have. Okay.
Let's do
So right
it.
now we're gonna take a break, take some bills, watch these ads that we about to run. Love y'all.
I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away, I'm illuminated now, make a move.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. So we're reporting live back, Nothing But Love podcast show, and topic is with A-Lo with the men catfishing.
Oh, you heard that?
So let's expound on that. I want to expound on that. So you've been running into a little bit of trouble.
I wouldn't say trouble,
that-
just normal.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit of trouble with, because you said it's at a 0.
Yes.
The dating game is at a 0.
Yeah.
And these guys is catfishing out here. Now, do you feel that maybe you have to change your environment?
Yeah, definitely. I feel
Because you seem like you have outgrown a lot of people from 10 years ago.
I mean, I would hope that we all have, right?
No, but the reason why I say that is, okay, so let's go back 10, 15 years, right? And, you know, you're getting into, like, how people was and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you have grown a lot. So if you have grown a lot, you definitely going to have to change your environment
Yeah.
to find that
I've
niche.
grown a lot in the last year, in the last 3 years.
Okay.
The last, like 5, you know?
Yeah.
Like.
So are you giving
agree.
up hope in New York?
I think so. New York is a tough city to date in. It doesn't matter, like, you always hear some of the craziest stories that happen in New York.
So
honestly,
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay, so New York.
everybody has like something going on. 'Cause
I get
New
it.
York is
But
tough.
I'm sorry, just real quick.
Okay, good.
I want her to define the catfish. Just do the catfish because we got to let the audience know what her definition of
right.
Yeah, because you said
so what are some of the catfish
Yeah,
things these
and
guys
then,
be
yeah.
doing? These zeros
Okay,
be doing?
so I really, really meant like energy wise, like sometimes how they present themselves in the beginning. You don't end up being like that. Sometimes, you know,
extra nice, like
yeah,
yo.
you're extra nice. You're you're respectful of my time. You understand that I'm busy and that like I cannot text you all day long,
Okay.
all the time because.
Okay.
I'm trying to be again a one-woman army over here,
Yeah.
and
Right.
change the world. So
Okay.
I'm busy,
Right.
but like I appreciate communication, but you have to be respectful. That you have to. It may
Distance
not
it a
be
little
like
bit.
the same way
Right.
you're used to communicating, right?
Right.
Right. So that's the catfish part.
No,
No,
I just
that can't be it, man. I'm not
catfish is,
going
like,
for that.
It can't be.
being
I don't
okay.
think
No,
so.
no,
Give
no.
an
We got to
example,
peel some layers. back.
Yeah,
Come
so
on,
you
you got give us some more.
Something like that, like being okay with that in the beginning, and then it ends up being an issue in the end. Like it's something you kind of like throw in my face, right? Or it's like, stop! I feel like you're
No,
judging me.
because
So let me help you
yo,
out.
we're
Let
really
me help you
listening.
out. So let me tell you
we're
what
really
happened.
listening to you. Like I'm
So-
listening to you. I want to hear what you got to say.
No, I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna throw
Okay.
a life raft.
Okay.
So I remember when Instagram first came out, right?
Yo,
Instagram came out 2010, 11, something like that. So there was some girls that I was very unfamiliar with Photoshop.
Okay.
When Instagram first came out. This is like 2010, 11, 12, right? That era. So I was very unfamiliar with Photoshop. I didn't know women was Photoshopping like their face, their body, their butt. I didn't know that. Totally unaware of that. So I started throwing parties. I'll never forget. This girl on Instagram, skin clear, butt crazy. I seen her at Ricardo's.
She was a buffoon.
Somebody was staring at me. First of all, she had her acne was crazy. Her acne. That's number one. So
Okay.
your skin is not as clear as it appears to be on Instagram.
So I gotta just real quick.
Number two.
Was she from Mount Vernon?
No. Number two.
Westchester?
Number two. No. Number two. Her butt wasn't her butt. She had a pancake.
Pancake, SpongeBob.
But on Instagram, she had the bubble, and that was all Photoshop. So in
Okay.
the beginning of Instagram, Photoshop was like at an all-time high. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So
I remember.
now that is what you call catfish. So getting back to you.
No, I
Getting
okay.
back to you.
Yeah,
with
that's
men,
our definition of catfish.
Yeah,
Okay, I
getting back to
understand.
you with men now.
Right.
Expound on this catfishing thing
Yeah, I mean.
in the dating game. So catfishing, they acting like they have money and they
Right.
don't.
Or
They acting like they big willing, they not.
or
like
they
what?
present like they want to have a serious relationship with you and they really don't because they have like circumstances
Yeah,
that
they're married,
prevent exactly.
girlfriends.
Baby mothers.
Yeah,
baby mothers.
somebody is expecting,
Girlfriend.
somebody's pregnant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I really meant by catfishing. Like sometimes y'all lead with on.
I don't know if
like,
that's traffic. I think
dishonesty.
that's tricked.
I think that's like that doesn't sound
They're
like
trying to trick
catfishing
you.
to me.
To me, I feel like
I'm trying to trick you.
Now let me ask you: did they lie in the beginning and act like they didn't have a wife? And that's catfishing.
yeah, I've been in situations like that. Yeah.
And it's like the older you get, I mean, nobody's really single. Really.
Exactly.
Everybody has a
Somebody.
situationship.
Everybody has somebody.
Some kind of situation going on.
Situation.
Even you, maybe, right?
Maybe not emotionally. I'm not tied to anybody.
Even you.
Actually, I don't.
Wait,
No?
you said situations.
No.
No, but I'll say everybody has something going on. Yo, listen.
Hey, little step
Yo.
in and save me.
I'm not saving you.
Yo,
Like,
okay,
I
so
just
wait a
don't
minute.
agree with it.
No. So what I'm saying is that the older you get, right, it's like nobody's really single. Like everybody
I feel like
got
you can't say
somebody.
that. I feel like you cannot say that.
Huh?
I feel like there are some people who are genuinely not tied.
Yeah, at what age though? Think about it.
I mean,
the average
it's
40.
possible.
Think about it. The average 40-year-old in New York,
No,
say,
let me step in.
Do you
and say
think that
what Mainovent's
he's-
saying?
Yeah.
Okay, for you, for example, you're
Yeah.
saying you're completely single, but
Yeah.
you're a pretty woman. There's someone in the cut that if you really want, that's there to take you out or whatever. You're a very pretty woman. I refuse to believe there's no one in the cut.
Okay, if
I
wanna
refuse
go
to believe
out
that.
Dinner with
Come on.
someone, yes, I could.
There's someone you could go
respond
in
to
the and in the
someone
Rolodex and be like,
say-
"Let's go out," and he'd be
Yeah,
like, "Yay!"
I'd say, but at the same time, I'm focused on other things.
No, we
so
get
it
that.
has to
and
be
that's what I
like-
want to get over with. That's what I want to get over
Yeah.
Alo. Hold on. Because I got this right with her,
I
right?
get, yeah.
It appears to be, right, that
I knew you were judging me.
no. Never judging you. Got love for you.
Yeah.
Glad that you came. Listen, but by me talking to you, it just appears that you don't have no time for nobody.
I
Neither.
will make the time. I believe people make time
If it's
for the
worth
things
it,
that they
yes,
want.
right. But
Yes.
it seems like you have a side of you, right, where you meet the person, you're beautiful, you have fun, and then they're calling you because they love that beautiful smile you have.
Mm-hmm.
They love your hair, they love everything about you, they love your vernacular, the way you talk, and then they want to talk to you more, and you're like, I'm busy.
Yeah, but I'm never like, I'm busy in a disrespectful way. It's
I know.
always like, in the beginning, if you say that you're understanding of that, and then as we get serious, it becomes an issue. That's what I was saying, like the switch up for me.
Oh, switch
like
up.
just
Change
always
up.
along the
Changing
way,
up. Okay.
being supportive of
Right.
that I am always going to be ambitious because I'm trying
Supposed to be, as you should.
I'm trying to build a legacy out here.
I think
And if
Alo-
my Prince Charming does not come along, then I have to do it by myself
I
because
think
I
Alo
have
is
no
a heartbreaker.
choice.
You think Alo's a heartbreaker? I think she breaks hearts. What you think? Look at her eyes. She break.
I think Alo.
I
I think
don't
Alo. right now it's about her career,
Mhm.
and if you don't really fit the manuscript, you could get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Now, that's a little lingo I just said. I don't know if you get it.
So basically, you would say the person that would keep your interest will be somebody who's career minded, who has
Right.
his ducks in
Who
order.
sees what I'm trying to do, and like it's like, baby, like let me ride
Someone
for you. Like,
someone
who's
that's
like
not
a
stingy.
partner.
No stingy. You don't like stingy, right?
Who likes stingy?
So let's just talk
No,
about that.
because I am not a selfish person.
Right.
So you cannot be selfish.
Right,
Either,
so you gotta be
know what I mean?
nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Has to be-
because
Y'all
I'm
gotta have
gonna
some-
give.
Right.
Y'all gotta
know,
have some
I'm a
mutual
giver, that's a
interest.
part
That's
of
dope.
Definitely.
That's dope. That's dope.
Mhm.
Gotta have a
Definitely
good
mutual
heart.
interest.
Yeah, you have to be kind.
Like to go to nice restaurants.
Yes.
Likes to travel. 'Cause
Yes.
You've been abroad. Yes.
Yes. We got to see the world.
Okay.
Now, what about the kind of person whereas he's nice to you, right, but rude to everybody else? You like that kind of person?
I mean, you don't have to be super friendly with everyone. I feel like, but you, as long as you're respectful. Like one of my biggest pet peeves. Because that was how we started pet peeves when dating, right? Is when you're like rude to the people at the restaurant. Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
They are over our food.
Major turnoff, right?
Yeah, like major turn off. And do not like dispute the tip when it's automatically added. I mean, I get it. Like, things are very expensive, but like, don't do that in front of me because I work in
that's a cheap
an
guy.
industry that.
That's a cheap guy.
But I work in an industry
That's
where
a
like,
cheap guy.
Yeah, it is.
You might want to drop him.
Done.
That's a cheap guy.
Done.
Come on, like we
So-
going
so
out,
yeah,
nice
but
restaurant.
listen, I didn't know
If
he
anything,
was
you
like that
leaving
until I
extra.
went to dinner. So that's what I meant about a catfish.
Yeah, he's not about
Ding,
that
ding,
life.
ding.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so that's a
that's
major
what I'm
turnoff
saying.
for you. Okay.
But that's your fault.
Right.
No, it's
Because so let me give you some tips. So when you first meet these guys, like you know what you like.
Yeah.
So let's get down to it. You're supposed to have your top 5 hard questions. When's the last time you traveled? Because depending on that answer, that says a lot about a person.
No, I do.
Okay.
That is a good question.
What's your top 3 restaurants? That says a lot about a person.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about initially first meeting this guy. When guys want to run their Mac Daddy, you're supposed to have your top 5 questions that, boom, get nosy. This is your time to get nosy.
Yeah.
Right?
You're absolutely right.
And if they
This is
fit...
good advice, ladies.
So what's the other 2?
If they
That's
fit the
3.
script, I mean...
I'm just messing with you.
yeah, it depends on her, you know,
What's the next?
your composition.
Okay.
What
that
you
was
like.
2.
I don't really know you. I don't know what you like. But I just gave you some, for example.
Okay, that was 2. What's
Yeah.
3?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That's a
Yeah.
killer. That says a lot.
Yeah.
And if he humming, that means he ain't got no plan.
Yeah, I love a man with a plan.
Yeah. So he's
Like, you
supposed to,
gotta be
where do you
motivated
see
and you
yourself in
cannot
5
be
years?
comfortable.
He's supposed to have that plan. Well, this is what I'm doing now, X, Y, and Z, and I got also this going on. It's supposed to roll off his tongue if he in the mix.
And I get it. Like sometimes we can't always I'm going to use a big word, but we can't always articulate our plan. Like sometimes I know for me it's hard to put certain things into words, but as long as like you have a vision and you're motivated
Right.
and you just don't get comfortable because life is crazy. You
Yeah,
know what
absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We've all been through a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like there's just like so much going on all
Yeah, for
the
sure, for sure.
time. So I get
sure.
it. Like sometimes we need to take a pause,
But
but you should still know and have a vision.
let me
for
expound on
yourself.
that. So let's just say what you just said. A person doesn't have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have an idea because maybe you did something and failed, but at least you tried to do something and failed.
Yeah.
So now you're reconstructing yourself. So you're going through that phase, and that's cool too.
Yeah.
Because at least you did something and failed. But if you didn't do something and failed, and there's no real plan, like you're wasting time, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. There's like this saying that I keep like repeating over and over, like nothing changes if nothing changes. So like you cannot change your circumstance unless you change your routine. Like you're gonna wake up
Absolutely.
tomorrow and you're gonna have to do
That was
something
deep.
different.
Can you repeat that one more time? I need to hear that again.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. And
Yeah,
I just saw
that's dope.
some young lady on my feed say this in her podcast, and I apologize, I do not remember her name, but
Okay.
I like screenshotted it because I was like, I've heard that before, and it was a good reminder, you know.
So,
And
so hopefully 6 months from now, the dating scene will be a little better for you. We gave you
Yeah,
some
that
tips
would be
here,
amazing.
and hopefully,
But
hopefully,
you stopped at 3, so you still
I'll
have 2 more to go,
expound on that
because I
behind
think-
the scenes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
What?
She's like, what? She's like, I thought this was a podcast. What are you doing?
But this is what I'm saying one last time, because
That's
Yeah.
a catfish, right?
Yeah,
When they don't
yeah,
got,
because
you pull back the
said
veil.
you
they-
You said you had 5
I told her
things and you
3.
already let
I was
it
just trying to
down.
help her because
Catfish.
she said there was no hope in New York.
I just said New York is a tough city.
Oh, it's
I'm
tough. You
not
did
the
say
only
that.
person that
You're
says
right.
that.
You're right. You're
In
right. It is
every
tough.
dating scene.
Yeah. The
Whenever
dating
you
scene
like
is
out
horrible in
here
New York, though. It is. It is.
whoever you like.
They've been
It's
with everybody.
tough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
Why you gotta be like that?
because if you
Everybody's
might
not a
like,
hoe.
if you like somebody in Harlem or Brooklyn, more than likely,
Well, yeah. Some
Well, hold
circles
on.
are really
That's
small.
another thing I was gonna ask her.
yeah.
So, what borough
Yeah.
or county do you find yourself? You keep attracting these guys. Is there a certain borough, like
yeah,
the
for a
Bronx,
while.
Harlem, Westchester, like what?
I don't know.
Queens, what?
Queens.
Queens?
I feel,
Queens.
Yeah. For some
Really?
reason, I've been gravitating towards more people from Queens. I don't know
Really?
what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The Bronx, not so much.
Not so much. Okay.
Yeah.
Not from the Bronx. What about Westchester?
No,
really?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Queens.
Yeah. I don't know. It's random.
Different. Okay. Nas.
Yeah. He's the key.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So moving along.
Yeah. Moving along.
So one of my topics I want to talk to. You just went to Fashion Week, yes?
Yes.
Tell us about that. How'd you like
Yeah,
that?
it was an awesome experience.
Yeah?
It was last minute.
Okay.
I have a family member who models, and it was one of those things that was, kind of coming together
That's what's up.
random, like last minute. So yeah, it was a good experience. It was very emotional because the show that I went to, the designers were based out of Malaysia. So
Okay.
there's just
What was the name of the design? What was the name? of the company?
Indonesia Now
Okay.
are the name
Okay.
of the groups, and I apologize, I don't know the names of the individual designers, but
Okay.
it was like 5 shows within a show, if you will.
Right.
Beautiful venue, and it's just to see like the representation of like culture
Right.
was beautiful,
That's what's up.
and there's just like so much going on. Like,
How was your seating?
negatively.
Did you have a good
Yeah,
view?
it was front row.
Hello. She said, what you
Okay,
thought,
all
right?
Okay.
VIP baby.
VIP.
Yes, yes. Hello.
I told you I was like,
Hello.
yeah, I'm here. Let me
Yeah,
know when
yeah,
your
I'm here.
carpet is there.
So
Yeah.
any celebrities came that day? Did you see any celebrities or?
I'm like not good at this. I have been in rooms with a lot of people, and I'm just not like a name drop
Okay.
name
Okay.
type of person.
But it did have
but
some celebrities.
absolutely, yes,
Okay.
yes, absolutely.
Okay. And so it was nice. So now with the fashion, so what would you say your fashion genre is? Like, what makes
I'm
A-Lo
still trying
A-Lo?
to figure it out.
I want to figure out everything. Is this for the viewers? We want the viewers to know who A-Lo is, man.
No, I'm still trying to figure it out, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like there's a lot of trends that are starting to come back that I like. I'm starting to like, again, like this loose.
Yes, exactly.
like
comfortable.
comfy,
Yeah.
swaggy, but
Absolutely.
like city girl.
College-y type. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sweat,
comfy.
sweatshirt.
Are you
Yeah.
are you a name brand whore?
What was that?
Or you a name brand whore?
I like some things name brand. Like, I feel like.
Oh,
they're
so you're not
good-
really a name brand whore. Then.
Yeah, like to invest in like a good purse, I think is important.
Oh,
I'm
purse.
a
Right.
sunglasses
Okay.
girl, so I like.
Of course, women.
I
What's
like,
your
you
purse?
know,
Your purse of preference?
I do
Chanel?
like Louis Vuitton. I mean, I haven't gotten there yet, but I do like.
Okay.
I do like a Chanel, of course. They're beautiful
Okay.
bags.
Well,
Okay.
Louis, your
That's
bag
like
that
my
you
go-to.
Louis' go-to.
Yeah, I like Burberry. It's just clean, simple, classy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't look like you wear like a heavy coat in the wintertime, like a big bubble girl. You look like you're more so like hoodie, jump in the truck, I'm out.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
you don't really be bundled up like that, do you?
Yeah,
I
well, winter
love
coat.
it.
I can see you in a winter coat.
Yeah.
A mink maybe, but not like a bubble. I don't see her like in a bubble.
You do
coat.
minks?
Well, I used to
I don't see
do.
minks.
I'm not a mink.
Yeah, you don't look
girl,
like a
no.
mink
Not a
girl.
fur person?
No,
I'm
she don't look like
not.
it.
Okay.
No.
No.
The real real heavy and
We gotta change that.
they like
Yeah,
red.
yeah.
We gotta change that. Man.
I don't know something about wearing
You
a
understand?
If you gonna possibly be the new co-host,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
Be
have
the
the minks on
co-host.
with
Yeah,
us.
you gotta
We
get
have
the minks on. You know,
them
them
animals when
animals.
we go
You
out, man.
understand me?
You know, we gotta represent for the Number
Yeah.
Love podcast, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Something about wearing a raccoon though just doesn't.
No,
sit
no,
right
we don't
with
do
me.
No,
raccoons.
raccoons.
Okay.
No,
Minks.
no.
Chinchillas.
No.
You know,
Absolutely not.
that's what we do.
I don't. Yeah, no. I'm too much of an animal lover to wear them. Honestly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I see you have your New Balance on. Is that your favorite sneaker? Favorite brand?
I like Cute Comfort right now. These are my go-to. I also like the
Balance is
Asics.
definitely comfortable.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because they like wide. They make your
Yes.
feet just
Yeah,
spread up.
comfortable.
Yes.
Comfortable.
And I've had to learn the hard way that you know, you have to wear shoes that, you know, fit your foot. Otherwise, you could hurt yourself. So
I'm learning that now, older. Like I'm learning. Like right now, every shoe that I get, I always get like a half a size bigger. Now,
Okay.
or
A
a
half a
whole
size?
size bigger.
Really?
Like yeah, like these right here. Well, these run small. Like I wear 11. I got these in a 12.
Okay.
But they run small. But all my shoes now, 11 and a half. I want that room. Like I'd
Yeah.
rather get that room than not.
Yeah, I can't have
not
nothing
to have
tight.
it. Like I've been doing that for years, and I got like a little corn in my
Yeah.
TMI. But
no, you have
So
to
I
have
do,
nice
yeah,
feet out
yeah,
here.
up
There's
upsize.
nothing wrong.
You said what?
Nothing-
She said you have to have nice feet.
You gotta have nice feet.
Wait, you don't have
Yeah,
nice feet?
yeah.
No, I do have
I take
nice
care of my
feet.
feet.
I got nice feet. No, I say I'm
No.
guys that's late. So I was late.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah, you out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got good feet. I got a corn on the side of my pinky toe, but I got nice toes though.
Yeah.
I think everybody has corns though. No. No.
Do not.
She's- Mike, you got corns? Yes.
Nah, I take care of my feet.
You do look
Me
very
too.
guilty, though.
I take care of my
You
feet
look
too.
guilty. I don't know why.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I take care of my feet.
Okay, that's great.
You said he looked like he doesn't?
He looked guilty.
Oh shit. Yo, Mike is like the big baby. He's like the big pamper. He's definitely someone that he get the feet done.
Hola.
man. Oh yeah, he's like yeah.
We
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a man.
He has this
Hola.
metrosexual
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
going
yeah.
on over there. You know what I'm saying? He's like metrosexual and all that. Yeah, I mean the
but not for
metrosexual god and all that. Yeah, I mean? But so okay, so we covered fashion. So yeah, Mike, hit it with your
Oh, J-Lo, you
Topic.
want to hit one of them things on your list? You got that long list?
No, I mean, well, I'm gonna bounce off what you said. What
that?
self care, like
Oh, self-care? Okay.
Yes, like how important is it to a man when you're dating someone to contribute to that?
contribute to what? Self-care?
Yeah,
Like to take care of his woman?
yeah. And at what point?
Okay, so you want me to
Yeah.
answer that or you want to answer that, Mike?
No, you go first.
Okay, so go a little bit in depth, not too much because I don't want you to answer it for me, but what do you
Okay.
mean a little bit about self-care? Because there's levels of it.
Yeah,
Because in my personal opinion, I feel like a woman should be able to take care of the basics.
of course.
But now the spas and stuff like that, I can take care of that. But you should be able to get your own nails done. You should be able to get your hair done. But when it comes to really getting full body massages and going away and we can chill some, like I'll take care of that. But you know, teeth cleanings, whatever, stuff like that, I'll do that. But hair and nails, if a woman can't do her hair and nails, I got a problem with that. How you feel about that, Mike?
I think I'm a person that and this goes back to the episode with Kira.
Okay.
I-
Episode 4. If you
Right,
don't know,
with
go
Kira.
watch it.
Episode 4 with Kira. And I said something to y'all, and I meant that. I'm gonna go back to that. I said if you gotta ask, you're a bum. Like
Okay, expound on it.
So
though.
so let me say this. Like you rolling with me, niggas know what it is. Like
Okay.
straight up. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like down from restaurants, you around. They know what
Okay,
it is.
Mike doing
If-
talking his shit.
And,
Go ahead, Mike.
If I'm not really like I spend in spurts, so it's how I feel and how you make me feel. If you make me feel a certain way, then I go hard. It depends on how the woman makes me feel.
Okay.
How I
Fair.
flow, how I
Yeah,
go
no,
hard.
that's fair.
If you don't really make me feel like that, why am I putting out? You know,
Right.
some women think they're God's gifts to earth, like, oh, you should be doing this, should be
Right.
doing, but the energy ain't reciprocated. Like
It's not
it's
deserving.
not
of that.
there. Like
So
you know what I mean?
do you feel, because she was saying, do you
Right.
feel that excuse me, if the energy's fine, that you should pay for her nails and her hair? Because to me personally, I think that I'm not doing that because I feel she should be able to do that.
It's
Bigger
it's-
stuff
it's-
I'll do.
It's I go off for energy. That's how I am. So
Yeah, well,
if you're around me and we vibing and it's a good vibe, boom, out of nowhere, you be like, oh shit,
yeah,
you got that covered. That's how it works with me.
Oh yeah, I've absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't feel the vibe, she could be standing right there. Oh, I'm getting my hair and nails done. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm just keeping it real.
Right.
So the vibe just gotta be there. You know what I'm saying?
So
and the vibe is there. You so now as a man, you're supposed to do the right thing. So this goes back to, I think, her point. There's some zeros out here who might want to be around her, the pretty lady here. She's giving them all this attention, and they're not covering nothing.
yes.
And she's giving them the attention with the pretty face right here.
And so you've had that issue?
Yes, and that's not a make or break thing. If
Really?
you
Okay.
Are,
But you make a mental note of it.
yeah, it's just I want to be with someone who is kind and giving and who, like you know how tough and expensive things are out here.
Absolutely.
So like, yeah.
So what am I, chopped liver?
Treat me to that once in a while. You know what I mean? And you're not chopped liver because if you let me finish.
What you say?
What does she mean by that, Mano? Mano wants to know what she mean by that.
I ain't even got a collar. I'll pop my
If you let me finish.
because of you.
Okay,
What I said,
No, you
what
got
I
me in
said
there.
earlier,
Okay, yeah.
Hold up, go
I
ahead.
will treat you to it as well. Like,
J-Lo just said I'm chopped liver. So let's talk about that. You did that?
yeah, but you were really firm on that's not what you do. So
You know what it is? Because you know what it is? I've been around the world and I like that word.
yeah,
So it's just that.
of course we can do it.
You know what it is?
ourselves
Because
and pay for it ourselves.
Mike
but
knows.
we don't want to.
I know. I hear you. But Mike knows I've tricked a lot.
I don't.
I've tricked a
to.
lot in my life. I've tricked. I've spent money on
right,
people, did all kind of stuff. Me and Mike have both done that.
Yeah.
And so in my older years, I have like a standard, like a minimum, like you got to be able to do the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got to know you could cover that. Like before I'm going to just jump out, because at this stage, I really don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it because the same way you're valued, I'm valued too. That's how I look at it. So certain things
Well, I'm gonna say this.
I don't have to do.
Let me jump in real quick.
That's just me.
Let's keep it on Alo. Let's keep it 100. Alo's very nice looking. You're beautiful.
Right.
Teeth white.
Oh, thank you.
Good smile. Hair's flowing. You're looking like something right now, right?
Okay.
She showed me attention, giving me attention, calling me, boom, 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 and the vibe is good. If she's hanging with me, she Gucci.
Absolutely.
Period. Point blank.
But that's not what I'm saying that also.
No, I'm just saying from a perspective, because remember, she said the catfishing shit going on. So there's some guys that's around her that she's beautiful, she's giving them attention, and they go to Ricardo's, and they like, so what's my half?
Yeah,
she's
well,
looking
I'm
at them
sorry to
crazy.
hear that because I don't know those kind of dudes.
No, I'm just saying.
Right.
The catfishing. This goes back to what she's saying, right? Am I saying it right?
No, everything. No. I could dig what you're saying, Mike. As far as like if the vibe is right, she get whatever. But now my question, because the only person I really feel that should understand me right now, outside of the audience, is Alo.
Okay.
So Alo, do you understand where Mano's coming from?
I do understand where you're coming
So
from.
let me know, because I need to know. Just
Yeah,
explain.
like I said, you're not chopped liver, and it's not that I won't reciprocate.
Right. I
But
just
it
want to
is
know you.
sexy.
I know, but I want to know you're somebody though. That like I want to know
Yeah,
you're.
well, no, you don't do that just for anybody.
Yeah, I want to know you of substance, because I
Yes,
don't
of
have.
course.
Mike could tell you I'm a like I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
It's not but I want to know like you're not just some bozo that I picked up from Fordham Road. Excuse me, and shout out to Fordham Road. Shout out to the Bronx. There's no slight on the Bronx. You know, we gotta watch.
said
what I'm
Fordham
saying.
Road. Yeah, be careful, man.
I
Take
take
that back.
Fordham Road because I love my Fordham Road people.
Yeah, take
but
Fordham
I'm
Road
just saying like I want to know that you're like you got your own like.
Of course.
You know
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm saying?
important.
Like, okay, like with you have your own. You're educated, you're smart, beautiful pearly whites, beautiful, carry yourself well. I have no problem doing that. Because I know you can get your hair done. I know you can get your nails done.
Yes.
You're not a bum. So I don't have no problem with that.
Okay.
So I'm not chopped liver. So go ahead, Mike.
I thought he was a chopped liver.
Thank you.
Long
Thank
time
you.
ago.
But that's not what you said. You said because you do it. And I'm like, all right, well, who the hell? Who am I?
Yeah. So,
we're going rapid fire. Or?
I guess we can talk about one more topic. I
Okay,
wanted
go
to talk about something. Yeah, man. You want to dive back in? I had a topic I wanted to talk about. Oh. So real quick, I want to touch on something. We just did City Fest in Mount Vernon. So City Fest is an event that usually all the towns in Westchester throw a big event for their city: Yonkers, New Rochelle, Mount Vernon, White Plains. And I must say, Mount Vernon's doing an excellent job where they have all these acts. It's like a family day, and then at night it's live performances.
That's awesome.
So they had Cash Cobain, Bass Swag. You familiar? Because you're into music, so I know you're familiar with Bass Swag.
Yes, I
And Cash Cobain.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
They also
Shout
had,
out to
what's the
them.
old school guy?
Jeff Red.
Jeff Red. Familiar with Jeff Red?
We interviewed
Little
him.
old
Shout out to
schoolish,
him.
man.
No,
Little
maybe
older.
by his song.
Right, you got to hear the song. They had
You
Jeff Red.
called and told me
Yeah, that's old
that
school.
you wanted
She definitely
to
got to Google
leave.
it. It's cool.
Yeah.
You got to have
Remember
to
that
Google
song,
it.
right? No?
Now it's old school. She
Okay,
got,
we're going to play when we
Melody
leave.
Yeah.
We'll play downstairs.
Familiar, that's it.
Jeff Red. Oh, Capella Gray. No, you know
Ooh,
Capella Gray. They had
yes,
Capella Gray. He
yes.
did a couple of his songs.
Yes.
And then a few unsigned hype came on stage, did they thing, but it was a beautiful event. It was bigger this year, easy, like 4,000 or 5,000 people out
That's
there. It was
amazing.
incredible, and it was dope. So we covered the event, the live performances, the interviews. And
Awesome.
stuff
Y'all were
like that.
busy.
So
Yeah,
yes,
we was
yes,
doing our
yes, we was
thing.
doing our thing.
She could have made it, though.
That's
He was
amazing. I know, I
away.
was
Yes, he
on
was
the
away.
He was here. We
road.
definitely would have been with
Yeah,
us.
she was in Florida and Texas doing her thing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't jump into the pool. You didn't want to get your hair wet?
It was way too hot, and
Okay.
Texas recently had some really, really bad storms. So
Okay.
the pool closest to me was still closed.
Wait,
I
first of all,
checked
can
in,
you swim?
so- yeah, I can.
You can swim.
That's what's up.
So you can swim, save somebody, swim, or save yourself?
If I'm desperate, I will save myself. Yes. If it's
Can you
a
save
do or
somebody?
die. Yeah.
Really?
I believe so.
So you're a
I
good
mean,
swimmer
if
then.
it's like in a pool, yes.
Yeah,
I
you
have
can-
Not like
never
no ocean.
experienced
She's
that
a
in
good
an
swimmer. She
ocean.
can
Because I
save
can't save
somebody.
nobody. I could barely,
I'm not saving nobody.
I could doggy paddle.
In a pool,
But that's about
ocean,
it.
I
Give me
can't
a
save
life
nobody.
raft.
I can save myself.
Yeah.
You give me
I
a
don't
life
think I
vest, I'm good with that.
I
but
believe we could do anything we put our minds to,
I can't
honestly,
save
though. So
nobody
I
in the
think
pool.
we all need to believe
I'm not.
that if we need
I'm
to
not
save
that much of a
ourselves,
good
we
swimmer.
will.
To save
That's
somebody
how
in
I'm
a
gonna go
pool.
into it. Yeah.
Okay. That's dope.
A pool, definitely.
Okay.
Ocean, I do not know.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Well, we're going to go into a thing called rapid fire.
Okay.
That's what we do on every episode. Rapid fire is when I give you a name of a person, place, or thing, and you tell me what that person, place, or thing means to you.
Right.
Okay? You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Sade.
Ooh, beautiful, peaceful,
Okay.
powerful,
Alanis Morissette.
a vibe. She's so chill, so
Ta-
cool,
Taylor Swift.
powerful. It doesn't matter if you don't vibe with her music or if it's not your genre. What she's doing, she has a huge audience. So
Okay.
something to be said about that.
Beyonce.
Queen, everything.
Queen Beyonce. You already know.
Queen Bey,
Lady Gaga.
a vibe.
All right.
Yeah.
Adele.
Ooh,
Who? She's dope.
she's amazing.
Yes.
No, she's amazing.
Idris Elba.
He's very handsome, and shout out to his beautiful wife.
Shout out to his beautiful wife.
So yeah.
Okay.
I
Lil
like
Wayne.
his music. Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
Oh, the legend.
Okay. And so now this last part, I'm going to ask you, which one would you prefer as far as to date?
Oh.
Okay. If
You
we had to
can
go-
ask me that when there's a married person in the equation.
A married person?
Yeah.
Who's married?
Isn't Lil Wayne married? Idris Elba.
No.
Oh.
This is just the second part of the rapid fire. We done got
Okay.
past that.
All right.
So I'm going to ask you now. We're going back in the days. If you had a chance to date them,
Okay.
who would you date? Tupac or Biggie?
Oh, probably Tupac.
And how did I know you was going to say that?
I don't know.
I know you. You don't want no Big Papa, right? No Big Papa. It's just too big. You
I
gotta-
just
Stomach
it's
is in
just-
the way. Is just too much action over here? Okay, enough of that.
Really?
What's your favorite, chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Okay,
Milk
And-
chocolate.
milk chocolate. And what's your favorite color?
Blue.
I wouldn't have thought of that. I would
Yeah.
have thought red.
I wear green a lot too. I love green. I think
Okay.
it's my birthday.
Light green or just forest green?
Like forest green or like yeah. I mean, money is green, so it's a good color.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Take us out of here, Mike.
So I'm gonna do something a little different. I want everyone to go around the room and say how they feel, and we out of here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna set it off. So I want to leave the viewers with this. Time is of the essence. So, whatever you want to get done, get it done now, and love who loves you.
I'm going to say I feel really honored and happy to have this opportunity and share a little bit of my story. I don't get a lot of opportunities to do that, so it's been fun.
Dope.
And I want to say that I leave you with this. You could do anything that you put your mind to. Just learn what you don't know. Keep, like you said, keep good people around you.
Right.
And, just give people their flowers while you can, because life is short. So
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I want to piggyback on what they both said. You got to have good people in your circle. You got to have people that believe in you and believe in your vision. You got to, because you're not going to always get along with everyone. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you both have a common ground where you have the same belief of what motivates you, that right there could get you through anything. You know what I'm saying? Even because nobody's perfect. Like no 2 people, 3 people are always going to have the same thought pattern or the same way of just working together. But as long as your vision is the same and you keep the morals and just a good vibe that you guys have, anything's is accomplishable. As far as with the podcast, I'm glad that the podcast is going on almost 2 years, successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that we were able to go into new venues, new doors, are opening for us. We're branching off into merch. We're branching off into advertisements. So it's a lot of things that's going to be coming up in these next few months, and I'm really proud of and happy for. We got a nice co-host. She likes the show. More than likely, she will come back. Depending on the ratings, how you guys take her. She's definitely dope. And she sees what we see. She sees the vision. She sees the power of media, and she's a good look.
Yeah, and like I said to you both earlier, like I'm very teachable, I am trying something new for the first time, and
right. And you did great.
I think you just got to be brave sometimes
Yes,
and do
yes,
big
yes.
girl things
Yes.
and push yourself, which has helped me and led me here. So I don't know. We'll see.
There you go, buddy.
We shall see.
And there you have it. Another episode, Nothing But Love. We out of here.